Hello. I'm Rob Weintraub. This is my wife Lynn and our son Samuel. Lynn is originally from China, and most of her family still lives there. It's deeply important to us that Samuel feels connected to both his Chinese heritage and his Jewish heritage. Lynn is a pianist, and I'm a former professional classical singer, so we used to spend high holidays performing at other synagogues, and due to that, delayed joining a congregation of our own. But after the pandemic, as Samuel was already 10 years old, we knew it was time for us to find a spiritual home. We wanted to join a Reformed synagogue that would warmly welcome our family and offer a religious school schedule that worked with Samuel's busy life. I'm sure none of you can relate to having busy children. After some online searching and a few calls, I ended up having a lovely conversation with Fawn, who invited us to visit and learn more about Scarsdale Synagogue. When we met with Fawn, and eventually Cantor Becker kind of found her way into our meeting, and saw this stunning new sanctuary, we immediately felt at ease. It became clear that this could be our place, and more importantly, religious school schedule could fit into Samuel's busy schedule. So we decided to join the congregation right then and there. Amongst all of the other things in our busy lives, I thought to myself, I'm sure you all can relate, okay, another item to check off the to-do list. Shortly thereafter, we received an email from Fawn introducing us to Julie Glick and Danny Davis, mentioning that their son Harrison was Samuel's age, and they would be in religious school together. She thought it would be a good idea for us to connect, and she was right. Julie graciously invited us over one evening, and the boys instantly bonded over their shared love of music and, of course, video games. We had a wonderful evening getting to know Julie and Danny, and soon after, we were introduced to Shiri and Adam Vogel, whose son Eli is also in Samuel's religious school class. Eli, Harrison, and Samuel quickly became friends, and Samuel began to really enjoy religious school. Given how much time Samuel has spent learning about Chinese language and culture and traveling around China, synagogue has become a meaningful way for him to connect with my side of his heritage, plus it's a chance for him to hang out with his new friends. I was genuinely impressed by his eagerness to attend religious school, which was quite different from my own childhood experience. How many of you can remember being excited to go to synagogue on Sunday mornings when you were a kid? Not me. Some of our favorite memories from the past 2 years at Scarsdale Synagogue include my playing Haman at the Elton John Purim Spiel. I don't know how many of you remember that, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you. Singing a duet with Cantor Becker and Lynn accompanying us on piano for a special Friday night service, and both of us performing at last spring's Temple fundraiser. We are especially excited for Samuel's bar mitzvah on January 11th, with the celebration to be held right here in this synagogue. We are so grateful we have found this community, and that Samuel's developing a connection to his Jewish heritage right here. In this fast-paced, digitally connected world, it can be hard to slow down and find time for everything. But I encourage all of us, myself included, to find time on a Friday night to come to a service, not just on the high holidays. It's a chance to unplug, reflect, and reconnect with our traditions. There's something peaceful and comforting about hearing these timeless prayers that have been chanted for generations, long before we were here, and that will continue to be for generations to come. Of course, this is especially important during these difficult times after the terrible events that happened almost a year ago in Israel, along with, as discussed during the service, the recent rise in anti-Semitism. So we feel truly blessed to be part of such a wonderful community in this beautiful space, and with such caring staff and clergy. Actually, as I was working on this speech, I received a phone call from Barbara Ginsburg wishing me a Happy New Year. It's these small, thoughtful gestures that make all the difference. We are so pleased that Samuel's Jewish memories will be rooted here at SSTTE. We thank you all for welcoming us to this community and hope to be able to get to know more of you. Shana Tova.